Hi everyone, I'm Raymond Chandler with Polaris Law Group, an estate planning and elder law firm out of St. Charles, Missouri. I want to talk to you today about testamentary trust. So first, what is that? What does that even mean? Testamentary trust, what that is a trust built into your will to plan for your estate when you're gone. And we see it used a lot of times for people with minor children. It says, look, if I pass away and my children are under the age of 18, 21, 25, pick a number. If they're under that age, I don't want them to receive a lump sum distribution of assets at my death. I don't want them to receive all my property in their pocket because they barely know what to do with it now, let alone all that money. So how do we do that, Mr. Estate Planner? So a lot of people will get an estate plan that says, well, in my will, anything that ends up in probate, when I pass away, make sure that my kids receive it in trust. So here's a lot of problems with that. One, if it's in your will, it only governs that property that ends up in probate court. And aren't we all trying to avoid probate court anyways? Yes. So your beneficiary designations won't follow the will. Your property that transfers outside of probate is not going to follow the will. Anything in a outside living trust won't follow the will, and you shouldn't have a testamentary trust alongside it. And the worst part is the only way that trust gets created, the testamentary trust, is through your will in the probate court. So in order to create that trust, in order to fund that trust, in order to put that trust together for your children to protect them from themselves, you have to go to probate court to get the will approved and then get the will created out of the probate estate. So how do you avoid that? What should you do for minor children instead? What you really should do is create a living trust today. One that you fund today with your assets that governs your property for you, one, today while you're alive and well, and maybe if you become disabled, and then when you pass away outside of probate, we can create that type of trust that protects your children from their young age. Well, now let's flip that on the outside, though. I'm not sure we want to protect them just from their young age. So a lot of the testamentary trusts we see, again, are 3 scoops trusts. So what does that mean? You get a scoop at 20, you get a scoop at 25, and then you get the rest of it at 30. Well, that protects the child from being immature at 20, immature at 25, immature at 30, and then after that, there's no protections left anymore. Well, hopefully our children are mature at 30. Some are, some aren't. But what about divorces? What about lawsuits? What about creditors? What about predators? Anybody else that could come after our child and try to take their money away? Well, again, if we're just creating a 3 scoops testamentary trust, it's not going to cover any of that. So again, when you're looking at your estate plan, if you have a testamentary trust built into your will and not an outside trust somewhere else, you don't really have a trust. It's not created yet. You don't have it, and the only way to create it and fund it is to go through probate. So if you have one of those, please update your plan with somebody, anybody, a good estate planner. Watch our other videos to figure out what to ask them. And if you're in our area, I'm Raymond Chandler with Polaris Law Group, St. Charles, Missouri. We'd love to help you out.